This is Dan Dicks here reporting for Press for Truth. A Canadian police officer has just been found guilty of misconduct for probing infant deaths following the COVID 1984 vaccination program. This is an Ottawa detective, Helen Grus, who's been found guilty of discreditable conduct for investigating a potential link between sudden infant deaths and the COVID vaccine rollout. And what's even crazier about this is Detective Helen Grus is actually a part of the Sexual Assault and Child Abuse Investigations Unit. She's tasked with investigating the deaths of children under the age of 5, literally as part of her job. And yet still, the Ottawa Police Services had a disciplinary hearing and concluded that she's guilty of discreditable conduct, all because she wanted to investigate a link between infant deaths and COVID vaccines. Here it is. Constable Grus is alleged to have committed discreditable conduct in that between June of 2020 and January of 2022, she did, without lawful excuse, act in a disorderly manner, prejudicial to discipline or likely to bring discredit upon the reputation of the Ottawa Police Service, in that she self-initiated an unauthorized project wherein she accessed 9 child and or infant death cases in which she had no investigative role or responsibility and failed to then record her own involvement or findings in the files. Further, on or about January 30th of 2022, she interfered in an investigation of an infant death without the lead detective's knowledge or authorization by contacting the father of the deceased baby to inquire about the COVID vaccination status of the mother. The foregoing conduct constitutes an offense against discipline as prescribed in section yada 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 of the Police Services Act. And, checking out the, drugs and whatever kind of medications that the parents have been on are literally part of the police protocol for sudden infant death syndrome. So, again, she's essentially doing what she was supposed to do. In fact, her lawyer argues that Grus is not guilty of discreditable conduct and did not do any prohibited acts, as they are not prohibited acts. She took reasonable steps and had a firm belief. Detective Grus noticed a doubling or a tripling of infant deaths and saw it as her duty to investigate criminal negligence on part of the government. Ms. Vandenberg submitted that Detective Grus was shut down by a lie concocted by members of the OPS, Sexual Assault and Child Abuse Unit, that led to a never-seen-before discreditable charge, which was influenced by political control of the police. So, we're going to talk about this case and much more in this video, guys. But really quickly, just before we do, I'd ask that you check me out here at subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. If you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, guys, here you can do $5 a month or $10 or $20. Whatever is within your means is greatly appreciated, guys. A lot of people will contribute, $20 or $30 a month to cable network companies who are just going to pump them full of propaganda and, brainwashing garbage. Meanwhile, they'll, get this good, truthful information coming from channels like mine here at Press for Truth for free on the internet, and that's fine. I'll continue to release all my information for free on the internet. But it would be greatly appreciated, obviously, if you would contribute to my efforts to do so. And one of the best ways to do that is by joining me here at subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. Again, whatever is within your means is very greatly appreciated, guys. You're getting better information here than you are from your cable network television cable provider. So maybe consider canceling that and moving it on over to subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. Again, you can check that top link in the description below. All right, guys.